Hi friends, it's Susan Smith with StampCreatively. I have my favorite fragrant layers. Oh my gosh, Tanya and I have done so much with this set. It's so versatile. It's one of my favorites. It's an online exclusive. I paired it with this designer series paper. It's called Brushed with Beauty. I really like the colors of it. I've done a lot with just the designer series paper. It's just so pretty. I love this dramatic vanilla with the crumb cake and the mossy. It's just so pretty. So I've really enjoyed the paper. I didn't get the stamp set. Again, trying to use my fragrant layers as much as I could. It was a set Tanya and I used for our Create Card Club in the online exclusive fan club. So this is the card I did. See this fun fold? Okay, so let me show you how I did that. It couldn't be easier. My campers always groan when I start this stuff, and then they're like, okay, that's fine. We can do that. So I take the scoring blade out when or the cutting blade out when I give them just a scoring blade, which is funny because I'm not going to take mine out because I believe in me. So I'm going to score this at 5.5. And then I'm going to go back to 1.25. Okay, simple enough. And this is a piece of 11 by 4.5 crumb cake. So then I'm going to score it. I love a good score, don't you? Burnish that thing down. Okay, then I'm going to fold this piece back on itself. Okay, got that? 5.5, 4.25, folded back on itself. You're going to say that was so easy. That goes down. This stays back. I have two pieces of 1 by 4 inch DSP. We're going to put that right there. Oh, I don't know. Should I use this side? I will just for the variety. Let's do that. So you can see what it would look like if I use the other side. Same thing on this one. I'm going to put it right here. Okay. Then I have a piece of Mossy Meadow that's going to go right here. And it is, I don't know, 3.5 by probably 4. Yeah, 3.5 by 4. I'm going to put my seal down here. And I'm going to center this. Then I have my pretty piece of designer series paper that's cut just a smidge smaller. That's going to go right on there. Is that not just the simplest little fun fold? Okay, now let me show you how I decorated the front. So the dies have these great pieces. So I used 3 leaves, a flower, and the word die. I did them all in vanilla. And then I did some of these little flowers in Darling Duckling. Dude, there was a brain pause. So now let me show you how I colored those. Grab a piece. Oh, there it is. I'm like, I had a piece of scratch paper here a minute ago. So first, I have my Calypso Coral. And I just took the stamp and kind of stamped across the top of that flower. I wanted it to have a variety of shade because then it looks like what's on here. So I just randomly stamped across the top of that. Then while I've got this open, I'm going to stamp my words on this piece. So when this die goes through, it cuts the outside and the inside out. So it does both of these. So I'm going to add my just a note. Then on these pieces, I have some leaves. One of the leaves is supposed to have a stem, this one. But I pre-cut these for camp and everybody must have used all these. I looked down and thought I had plenty. I don't. It's fine. It'll work. So then I took my light mossy meadow and I colored these. Again, because of the way the DSP looks with variety of shades of color, I didn't worry about coloring these perfectly. Now, I told my husband I was gonna video. I hear him walking around upstairs. We'll see if he remembers or if he comes down and starts talking to me, right? And then I went around the outside of this. You never know. If you have one of those, you know when you marry them, the hearing comes slowly and sometimes goes in and out, right? Okay, so now I've colored those. Now it's some assembly required. Okay, so I'll keep these side by side so you can just kind of see the method to my madness. So I took my seal and went across the front of here. I went twice, just a little bit up from, and I'm going to put this on over the edge. And I know it's still a little sticky. And yes, I could have used the, oh, come on, brain. All right, wait a minute, and I'll come up with the word. Adhesive sheet. Ugh, really? I could have used the adhesive sheet, but what I found was I wanted it to go over the edge. So that's why I did it this way. Because I took a glue dot and I put it behind that because I want to put one of these pressed flower gems on there. And I just kind of needed something behind that. I like these. While I have these out, I'm going to stick a couple more on because I can. No one tells me how to limit my gems. I get to do what I want. I love my job. Then I took another one of these flowers. And these flowers, there's a die that these came out of this flower too. My sister's texting me. That's that noise you hear. No matter how I mute everything, there's still one of my devices that likes to still make noise. I think I've hit them all, but I obviously didn't. So I'm kind of roughing up my flower. Not really, but making it so it's got a little curve. My dad, he's 93, and I could not get him to find the right channel last night to watch something he was wanting to watch. So we're discussing what we have to do next. See, look at that. I wanted that flower to have that same color center as these, so I just put that flower behind it, put a little dimensional on it to raise it up. It's not going anywhere, but it looks like it has some dimension. I do the same thing with my leaves, and I'm going to put them on with a glue dot too. So we'll get the old guy figured out. It's just a big puzzle. Takes me a minute. I have to go over to his apartment and try to stand there and figure out where the channel is. Because even though DirecTV says it's 618, he says it's not. So I'll figure it out. Oh, I have one more leaf to put on, but I kind of got a little flower happy. I didn't put as many flowers on this one. I should go back and add some because they're adorable. Okay, friends, and the dogs found something to bark at. All right, what do you think? Cute, isn't it? All right, thanks for joining me. Have a great day. Again, 5.5, 4 1/4, and fold it back to the seam. Not hard at all. Have a good one. Thanks for joining me. Bye.